Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Groff.
Good morning, welcome to NI Week. It was just over 40 years ago that Neil Armstrong stepped on the surface of the moon, and we heard him say,
"One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind."
That historic statement represented the culmination of one of the most significant engineering projects of the 20th century. The vision to put a man on the moon had been laid out just 7 years prior in a speech President Kennedy gave at Rice University. Obviously, they were on the fly to play the corresponding note. Well, that's great, Chris. It looks like an excellent demonstration of the kind of processing that can be done on FPGA technology. Thank you very much. Looks like my robot assistant here is wanting a little attention. Would you like me to introduce you to the audience? This robotic arm from Denso is more than just fun. Thanks to the efforts of Alliance member Imaging Labs, the robotic arm and everything you've seen it do this morning has been completely controlled in LabVIEW 2009. Now, robotics is just one of many unique applications we see at National Instruments.
How we're going to do this is we set up a small experiment that we can perform right here on stage. But John, I'm guessing you haven't wielded a Samurai Kanabo before.
Now, Jeff, we've had plenty of baseball bats up on stage over the years, but this is definitely a first.
Well, it's like a baseball bat, but far more lethal. The Samurai Kanabo was used in feudal Japan to crush bones and shatter armor. It's 35 pounds of solid oak clad with iron studs. So what we're going to do is measure the impact of the Kanabo coming down on this shield using NI Compact DAC, and then compare your strike with all the other warriors. So essentially we'll be asking the question, who's deadlier, a trained warrior or a marketing executive? Nice strike. So what we're seeing now is the captured data being played back in Diadem, with both the video and the sensor data synchronized. We use Diadem heavily for data visualization during the making of Deadliest Warrior.
That can be used to initiate a hopping motion. If we articulate them anti-symmetrically, then we can shift the weight so we can balance from side to side. In addition to balancing from side to side, we balance from fore and aft by rotating the wheels in the fore and aft direction. So you can see that working there. That's all well, fine and good, Chris, but I think that might be a little bit too easy. I mean, this table is flat, so well, there you go. So. Very nice. That's version 3 iBot. Thank you, Chris.
Mark over here. Here it is, the I-1, yes, the debut. Larger than life. And here's some I-1 salesmen already at work. Oh, beautiful.
It's our new demo.
Oh, there's Smart Grid. I've heard about that. we've seen you in the videos before.
It's our new product, I1. It's a Flow IO connector. And it's just nice to see what the rest of the product is.
Splitting it up, we're able to use our time to plug it into transition analysis and so forth. So it's like we're using each little purpose. That's really good. That's the awesome part. And then all the specs of the processors that
all of that momentum is already there, ready to be released. All you have to do is gimbal it a little bit, and boom, you get a very high G onset rate and a lot of force in whatever direction that you want to go. So that's the exciting second design, Ice Cube. The third design we want to present to you today is Switchblade. Switchblade is a novel threaded design. As you can see, it's much smaller than the PackBot and Talon. So Switchblade, the unique thing is, and it can throw this weight around, and so it can upright, and it can balance, and so by doing this, it enables a bunch of new maneuvers that couldn't be done before with threaded robots. And so one of the things that one of these robots is going to do here is going to come over and climb these stairs, same size stairs that a PackBot 4 tools allowed us to take a look at how this robot would perform before even going into the shop and making this robot. And so we were able to really get a good idea of what we were going to do. The software for this robot was actually written in less than a month. The simulation tools allowed us to perform also visualizations here. Very nice. Switchblade, climbing the stairs.
That's the biggest greenhouse gas. So there's greenhouse gas reduction. Also, biomass can be used to make fuel. Now, algae is particularly interesting, and there's a lot of investment going into algae oil right now, because per unit area you can get 50 to 100 times more algae and more fuel than you can with conventional biofuel crops. That means that much more fuel, and it also means that much more CO2 capture and reduction of greenhouse warming.
Guys? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. See we get the data again. Again, we're going to pull up the NM and be able to see that data.
I'm sure those things are not.
Finite, 100 megahertz time base and retriggering on every subsystem. Digital now has their own timing engines and analog triggers, and you can filter pretty much any digital signal you could possibly want. We revamped our streaming architecture from the ground up to give us our best performance yet, especially in real time. We have a native PCI Express interface that gives us from 200 megabytes per second in each direction. The bottom line is, we have created a family of devices that will change the way you solve problems. This same application would have taken 3 M series, but a single X series is doing just fine. For the DAC team, X series is the definition of doing more. And Mr. Potato Head agrees, and he can't help but smile. All right.
Yes, every interface of the one, each one is doing multi-base.